First, we're developing skills. Think of the verbs list you were given in your education program and how different verbs were associated with different level of Bloom's taxonomy. We're trying to move skills from those so-called lower order to higher order thinking. Bloom's taxonomy isn't about content. A teacher of any discipline can use any verb. Understand, apply, design, integrate. Second, the rubric is general, not specific. It is used for a type of assignment, not tailored to a particular one. It is meant to be used as written over and over and over again for broad categories of work throughout the year. Because the rubric is general and skill-based, the same rubric should be able to be used within multiple courses within a department, as well as throughout the school in different departments. Wouldn't that be great? For example, writing an explanation is a skill students use in nearly every class they take. Imagine if the same learning progression was used to assess it. This is my dream, but I realize I'm getting way ahead of myself. The focus of our class is feedback and continuous individualized growth. The rubric is not used to judge, rank, or punish students. It is used to provide detailed feedback on strengths and so-called weaknesses on a particular assignment. It is this, accompanied by the student-teacher interaction, that will enable students to show improvement over time. Another important component of the learning progression model is that it's time-released. Instead of overwhelming students with the most complex levels of skill at the outset, the learning progression model uses target levels that change as students demonstrate readiness to move to the next level. By gradually raising that bar over time, students have time to acclimate and internalize what you're asking them to do. We all want what's best for our students. There's been a lot of talk in recent years about equity in education, and rightly so. I've always had the idea that I was being perfectly fair, aka treating every student the same, regardless of their needs and circumstances. I've also toyed with the idea of differentiation, but never found a way to do this that seemed in line with my notion of fairness. Equality is where everyone gets exactly the same thing regardless of what they need. That's what I was doing. Sometimes, though, there are obstacles that inhibit learning or create environments that disproportionately impact certain populations of students. Equity means making sure every student has the support they need to be successful. I wasn't doing that as well. The learning progression model certainly doesn't guarantee equal outcomes, but will ensure that every child has equal opportunity for success because differentiation can easily be built into the process. I always wanted to be able to tailor my class to the individual needs of students, but I never found a way to do that until now. Using learning progressions allows me to quickly and easily help individuals set personal goals without my being overwhelmed by creating dozens of individualized assignments. Similarly, the assessments can be used for different levels of the same course, honors, college prep, collaborative, LLD, but the expectations are tailored to reflect the population with whom you're working. That's what Dave and I do. Now you should have a general sense of the 7 concepts that underpin this approach. We'll be digging more deeply into each of these during Module 2 to flesh out those ideas and provide some of the background that supports the development of the learning progression method.